Hey guys, welcome to my channel, now with a new name. Don't worry, be crafty. I'm Megan. Today I'm going to be doing the second half of my 4th of July vase pinecone flower decor. If you guys are interested in checking out the video where I made the pinecone flowers, it's in the description box below. But today we are going to make the vase portion, and it also makes really pretty decor at night if you put some lights in it. It's really pretty. So I'm going to get into this and show you guys the supplies that you're going to need. For this I'll be using white spray paint. Be sure to get paint plus primer. If not, you will need primer. If your spray paint does not have primer in it, you will need to prime it first. The vase that I'm using, I purchased at the Dollar Tree. It's a 9-inch vase, and this one is just from the dollar store. You can use any vase that you want. You would just need to adjust the decal or design to fit your vase. This is a design that I made. It is available in my Etsy store. I have the download. If you have a Cricut or a Silhouette, you can download the file and print it yourself. But if you are interested in purchasing a decal, I also make decals. And this one is pretty big. It's 10.5 inches wide by 7 inches tall. So whenever you're working with a decal this big, it can be a little bit harder to get it onto your vase or your glass. But I am just going, it's already been, transfer tape has already been applied, so just go over it with a card, a credit card, and make sure you get the decal to come up, which I'm struggling with a little bit. But we're going to just take this apart from here and apply it to the vase. To apply the decal, I'm just going to grab a pair of scissors to put beside my vase so it won't roll around. But you're going to very carefully center the decal and start applying the decal in the middle, and then you can wrap it around. And I just eyeball this and try to get it as close as possible to the center. Once you get your decal applied, you're going to go over the decal with your credit card or anything to just press it down. I really didn't go over it as much as I should have with the card. You want to go over and press down really hard, because whenever I go to take the transfer tape off, the decal wants to come up with it because I did not go over it as much as I should have. But yeah, go over it really hard, and then you will remove the transfer tape. And now that the design is applied, it's time to paint. I do 2 coats of spray paint. You can do more if you feel like you need to, but 2 usually is enough. So put a coat of spray paint on. I did 1 coat and then I let that dry, and then I applied another coat of paint, and then I actually had it dry overnight. You don't typically have to do that, but whenever it's a bit humid, depending on where you are, you don't want the paint to be sticky at all or it will peel off. So let it dry really well, and then we will start taking the decal off. To remove the decal, you can have a pair of tweezers, and I actually use a seam ripper. People have asked me if you can use tweezers or fine point tweezers. That would be really hard to do, because using the seam ripper, because it has such a sharp end, it's really easy to just lift up the decal so you don't mess up the paint. A very little bit of paint did get under my decal, just on this one piece, I believe. But if that happens, you can scratch it and get that off. If it's just a little bit, it's not going to show and it won't make a difference. And I only use the seam ripper just enough to lift up the vinyl. And I will say, if you're using something like this with a sharp edge, go towards the direction of the decal. So if it does slip, you're not going to scratch the paint. It will actually scratch the decal, which doesn't matter. So that would be a tip I would give for that. And then once we get this off, I'll show you guys the final product. Being that there are so many pieces on this design, it is a little bit time consuming. It took me right at 25 minutes to take the decal off, so it is a process, but well worth it. Alright guys, well this is the final product. If you're interested in the pinecone flowers, remember to check that out in the description box below. But you can use any flowers to go in this. It would definitely be just as effective, and grab you some lights to put in there, and you guys have a happy 4th of July. Thanks.